So, Michael, how are you today?
Well, I'm good. A bit of a cold, but
Uh,
it's all right. And
Gotcha.
you, where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm from India.
From India. All right. Wow.
Good to have you, Michael. Uh,
Yeah,
so,
thanks for inviting.
so Michael, your third full-length album, Speed of Metal, was out on October 10th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting process and the production behind it?
Yeah, I can tell. The release was postponed to 24th actually.
Gotcha.
Due to some problems with the press, with the
Hmm.
pressing. Yeah, but the songwriting. I mean, this is a band from our band leader Jörg Juraschek. Huh? So he's the songwriter. He wrote well mostly all of the songs, and the process started already back in 2018.
Hmm.
So a long time. I just went through my archives here and found like rehearsals and demos from 2018, from December, and the first pre-production sounds from 2000, early 2019. So it was quite a process, and um, yeah, the I think the pre-production helped a lot to establish and to form the songs. Like we had Jörg had lots of ideas developed. He came with some riffs to me. I played them. Sometimes I changed them a bit, but
Hmm.
overall it was like his construction, and I did here and there some polishing or some,
Gotcha.
of course, my solos, all this stuff. And we went to the pre-production with Norman Jonas, and we he already started to program the drums very specifically, like not just some random standard drum beat, but he was like already like pointing the details out, so we could always hear what was going on. And I know that Jörg was like between this his work dates, he was driving his car and he was listening to all the songs all of the time.
Yeah.
Then he could like work out in his head what has to be changed, what would work, what would not work. And so this was um process process of about two
Yeah.
years.
Gotcha.
It's all the songs written together. Of course, there's one cover song, no,
Yeah.
from the suite. There is one song from the late 80s. Um, it's Up to You, which Jörg wrote with this band at that time. I think it was called Punchline. I'm not sure if this was really a part of their set, but it's an old song. So we recorded it.
Mm.
And then there is the intro. This is actually my thing. I came up with a Blood Moon Prelude. And yeah, this is actually what happened. Yeah.
Great, great, great. And does Speed of Metal has some kind of a concept or a theme it was focused on?
Well, the title, I guess, is speaking for itself. Jörg's idea was to to really get back to the roots. There was this Metal Bridge album which was very diverse, I think,
Mm.
which with a lot of mid-tempo and like dipping into hard rock. And this time he wanted it to be more really on the speed metal side and try to somehow sound old school,
Yeah.
or to like to recreate this vibe. But of course, somehow you never can. So there's also always some modern influence. Of course, the production is modern, and well, you can't help this. The songwriting is maybe a bit more. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about the work of Jörg. Actually, is something that he should be talking about. But what I see is when you're 18 and you're writing these songs from the first
Mm.
album, you have a bit of chaos going on in your head, and what comes out is just what you feel. You have no experience, and they were lucky; it just worked. they had a kind of, Jörg had a talent of writing these songs.
Mm.
Even if I had to find out when I entered the band that some of the songs, they're quite weird, you know, like in detail, the construction, the details, how they work. So it's not. It took me a lot of work to learn them, and but he kept that kind of chaotic spirit in the songs. They all make sense, but if you really have to play them, there's a lot to learn. And the new songs, they also work a bit like that. There are details,
Yeah.
and I think these details make a song interesting and make it long living and lasting.
Mm.
And even if you don't know about music, you don't have to play it. You just consume it, and if you cannot explain it, you will might find something that, oh, this is outstanding, or this is special. You know, I think he was aiming for that too, and I think he did a great job, and
Yeah.
we had a nice time producing it together and like figuring out how everything will work.
Fantastic, fantastic. And great cover artwork goes behind this album. So, would you like to tell me
Yes.
a bit on the making of this cover artwork and any storyline behind this?
Yeah, again, I'm talking about Jörg's ideas. It's really his baby, you know.
Mm.
And he had already the contact to this yeah. um I actually forgot his name because it's a difficult name. I think he's from Hungary. And he down the Metal Bridge.
Mm.
And I think he also did work for other bigger metal bands. And yeah, just the sketch he came up with was just like overwhelmingly great. You know, like we had the idea we wanted um, to make visible something metallic. We wanted to make visible the speed, and we of course had to use again the hangman, you know, the
Mm.
enforcer. Let's say it's the enforcer. We had to use him again. It's a mascot, and um, we are. He's also coming on stage every show, so this was given that he had to be on the cover, and it's kind of a reduction, you know. You have the hangman, you have his axe, which has a metal blade, and you just see the speed how it like falls down to whatever execute or to reinforce or you know. So this was the basic idea, and he just made it like spectacular.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety, and I have to say, an amazing speed metal album of the year. And I know there are not many bands who do speed metal these days, and you guys bring back the good old school days, and with the hardcore
Thank you.
power and great vocals and amazing musicianship that goes behind this album, and each and every song beautifully crafted from the start to the end. A perfect album for the year, I would say. So thank you guys so much for putting up an awesome speed metal album this year. And as a creator, how do you guys feel about the outcome?
I personally I'm happy about it. I can hear as you heard it like it's crafted very well. So everybody did a very good job. Um, yeah, the production is just like killing it. Like very has a yeah huge force. He was able to capture the force. Martin Buchwalter, he was the producer. Not to forget Norman Jonas with the pre-production. He helped us out to find and define the sound, and he also was in a way um, he took also part in some mixing or in some ideas of him are still alive on the album. He also did the guitars actually of the suite. This one I did not play myself, only the solo, but the production guy, the pre-production guy, Norman Jonas, he's also an amazing guitarist, and he's also a huge Sweet fan. So it was kind of logical that he would play this, record that song. and he had fun, and it was just easy for him. And where I stood by and said, okay, and this is how it works, you know. So that was also a thing. Um, yeah, we were lucky to find a drummer who's now a fixed drummer. He was for some years he was a sub.
Mm.
Now he entered the band for good, and yeah, he's just one of the best drummers I've ever worked with. I also do some my own stuff, which will I hope released next year. And as far as go dips into heavy metal, I'm now going to Marius Lamm to make the metal recordings. So I'm really happy working with him.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And yeah, I had a lot of time to figure out my guitar parts, and um, I just love crafting solos. Yeah, just give me a part and give me the song and let me think of it for a while, and I will come up something. I think
Yeah.
I got quite a melodic style, and it was nice for me like to have this playground and working out my solo stuff.
Awesome, man, awesome, awesome. And speaking of the singles and the videos released so far, we had Scream for Metal, Falling Down, and last week you put up the music video for Demons. So would you like
Mhm.
to tell me a bit on the making of these videos?
Yeah, the first video we made was Falling Down, like kind of a classic topic, um like there's an overall like violent vibe on this earth now. We are threatened by climate change, man-made climate change, and there's wars going on. Like the news are bad, and I don't know. Sometimes you can get a feeling like the world is falling down, and that's what the lyrics say. Um, and yeah, we just went to an old fabric hall, run down, like good old 80s thrash metal topic, you know. That's why you do your heavy metal videos. That's what we did again, and I think it's filled up with some sequences from like chaos and war scenes. Um, yeah, this was the first sketch. Um, the second video we made was Demons, which no, of course it was Speed of Metal. It was Speed of Metal, and this we wanted to present the band a bit more. It should not be as dark as Falling Down, and I think we did it. We found a bridge here around Düsseldorf with a very colorful and great graffiti, and we were lucky to have a sunny day. So there's amazing light we have there captured. So it brings some color into the video. And then there are sequences from a rehearsal, and we went to some on top. We went to some friend who is a huge heavy metal freak. He's called the Metal Becker, and he has like the biggest AC/DC LP collection in Germany probably. And the house is just a museum of heavy metal, yeah, mostly discs and LPs, but also like some fancy fan stuff. And he has this man cave with a billiard and with a bar. And there we also did some sequences, and you can see it in the video. So it was overall big fun to make it.
Great, great, amazing.
So and it has a more positive tone, you know, and just brings the the speed of metal to you. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
And Demons, we worked with a green screen, as you probably can see if you just know a bit of how this works. So technically, you know, we just were placed on behind the green screen. Um, it was it was a funny place. It was in the cellar of a kiosk. Kiosks are very small, like shops here where you can get beers and snacks, drinks, and sometimes yeah, and then magazines and this
Mm.
stuff, sweets. And the owner of um, this shop, of this kiosk, he was a guitarist with Warlock. You
Mm.
should know Warlock,
Yeah,
no?
yeah,
They played with Doro back then.
yeah.
And yeah, he has this little shop, and in the cellar he has this green screen where he's producing videos. And there we went and like posed in front of this screen. It was funny because you don't actually know what you're doing. You just tells you, put yourself there, make your thing, and then later it's all arranged on the computer.
Great.
And yeah, the guy had some funny ideas of how to replace it in this landscape, what's happening there, and it's weird figures. It's a bit trashy,
Mm.
like a B movie, and of course it's a budget thing, but um, I think he did a good job because it doesn't need to be like an expensive video. We're very fine with this trashy style because it's also part of maybe part of speed metal. It's not a polished genre. It deals with, yeah, with everyday life and also the shorts of everyday life. So it's nice that it's not such an expensive video, but a bit trashy, and I think it's funny.
Great, great. And is Demons the last video from this album, or there plans for more videos to become out soon?
Yeah, so far we have not planned a fourth video, but I actually thought we should make a fourth video. Maybe keep it simple. Maybe just a lyric video with some moving elements, or maybe just another rehearsal filmed, something simple.
Yeah,
Um, or yeah, but there are no plans so far. But I hope we produce something.
that's
Let's see. Maybe for Constellation.
really great. And since the release day has been moved to 24th of October, do you guys have some kind of plans for the release day?
For the release day, yeah, it's now since it's on the 24th, we happen to play in a town like in the middle of Germany. It's called Mannheim.
Yeah,
And the next day, the 25th, we play in our hometown, Düsseldorf. We actually are on a weekend tour. We had like 3 consecutive weekends, and before also like a weekend of 2 shows. So it's overall 8 or 9 shows on 5 consecutive weekends. We went through Belgium. Tomorrow we go to the south of Germany
mm,
for 2 shows. Yeah, and then next weekend, where the release is coming, we are in Mannheim and later in Düsseldorf, and we're looking forward especially to the show in Düsseldorf. It will be like a family meeting.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Amazing, amazing. And early 2026, are you guys have planning some big festivals or international touring?
yeah, we're scheduled a tour in next year at the end of March, early April. This is for everybody who has something to do with school. It's the Easter holidays. I think otherwise it would also not be possible. I'm a guitar teacher and also am in kind of in the school system, and so for me it works perfectly to use the official holidays to do such a thing. And we played together 9 shows all over Germany, and I think one time we dipped into Czech Republic,
Yeah.
and it's together with a band called Knife. Have you
Mm.
heard about them?
Yeah, I do. I do.
You do? Okay. No, they're like around for some years, and I think they're quite popular now, at least here in Germany.
Yeah.
A bit bigger than Warrant, I think, but I'm not sure. I have to listen to them actually to see where we're at. I came to talk to these guys at uh, last year or 2 years ago on a festival, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think it will be a lot of fun. We never made a tour with Warren so far, so it will also be a new experience, and yeah, it will be great. We're I mean, we're also a good team now. The band, like 3 years ago, after like 1 year after the production of the LP, which is actually, no, the LP was actually produced in 2021. It's like 4 years, like lying in the archive, and now it was the time to release it. And since then, Adrian Weiss joined the band, and this is was just crucial. So my job as like the only guitarist now was divided into two guitars, and it makes it easier for me. On stage, we have a bigger presence now. There's more guitar power, and Adrian was a friend of mine since long time, and he just quit his band
Mm.
Gloriful. Do you heard Gloriful? They stopped playing, and at the same moment we asked him if he would join us, and he just said yes, and it was perfect. Since then, it's really fun. We have our hangman on board and um, merch crew, so it's always nice to go touring or to go to concerts with these people.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Warren's history has been for the last 4 decades. So, how do you guys feel about the journey you have traveled so far?
For the 40-year journey, you think? What can I say? I entered 9 years ago, so um, the longest. I spent the longest time in the band now. The drummer entered like 2018 as a sub and is now since 2020, I think, or 21. He's the main drummer or the only drummer. Adrian entered 20 in 22. So this is a question for Jörg. But of course, we talk about it, and I know he's super happy that he still has the opportunity to keep on with this band. And he's sometimes a bit remorseful how it went down in the 80s when they all hated made the first album, like First Strike and then Year Force. I think they were quite successful.
Yeah.
And then they kind of decided to do a different direction. And um, you could argue that it was kind of the wrong decision.
Yeah.
But now it's like 4 years later, it is like it is, and we enjoy what we have now. And there's this little fan base from that time, which allows us to, especially for example, go into Spain. We went in April. We went to Spain for a little headliner tour, and you just go there and you meet like 100 enthusiasts and fans there who just come to the Warrant show,
Yeah.
and like it seems a small number, but if you stand in front of them and they just celebrate you, it's just fucking great, to have this a little underground thing going on. And so, yeah, it's, I think we're all grateful to, to have this opportunity to play. And especially Jörg, I think, is happy that his journey continues. And yeah, new, new stuff is brought to the world,
Yeah.
new music, and it was so far very well received. So of course, everybody's like happy about it.
Amazing, amazing. And finally, any message that you have for the Warrant fans around the world?
Come on,
Any
can
message
you
you have
repeat
for the fans around the world?
the message?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the message is stay true to yourself. Like, go to your heavy metal concert, support the underground, and yeah, enjoy life as as far as you can, as good as you can. Yeah.
Great, great, great. Michael, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the show. A real pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for the Speed of Metal, the new album which is to be out on October 24th. Like I said earlier, a fantastic album, a great speed metal album of the year. Totally loving this. So thank you so much for all the awesomeness you guys have put inside of the album, and I wish you all the best and really hoping to see you guys on the road.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you
Bye
too.
bye.